So today, the training that we're going to talk about today, the topic I'm going to share today is stop cold calling. This is 5 times more effective. So I'm going to share a strategy with you that I believe is 5 times more effective than old school smile and dial cold calling. All right. So, but first I want to draw a picture, right? I want you to think about this for a second. There's 2 scenarios. Scenario A is we have a salesperson who's armed with simply the company name and the company phone number. And that's scenario A. And they have a list of names and phone numbers, and they start calling down through that list of names and phone numbers, hoping to get somebody on the phone, hoping to get their attention, and hoping to get a sale. That's scenario A. Scenario B is we have a salesperson who has a list of prospects with their name and their phone number, but they've also taken the time to get more information, including not only the company's name, but the shipping manager's name, their email address. They know about the products that they sell. They have recent industry news about the industry. They've read recent press releases about the specific company. They know where the prospect's work history. They know their educational history. So scenario A is uneducated about the prospect and just has a name and phone number. And scenario B is a highly educated salesperson with all kinds of information, including just a few of the things that I shared with you. So the question to you is this. It's very, very simple. If they were going to run a race, okay, and they had the same number of leads, and salesperson A, who do you think would win in a race to $1 million in sales? Salesperson A or salesperson B, right? Salesperson A is the uneducated salesperson who doesn't have any real information about the prospect. Salesperson B is fully educated about the prospect, including having all their contact information, their product information, news about the company, recent updates about the industry, their work history, and all kinds of other sales intelligence. Which do you think would win? Hit me up in the comments and let me know which one you think would win. A, the uneducated salesperson, or B, the educated salesperson. Well, I'm going to, spoiler alert. In my personal opinion and in my personal experience, having been both of those guys, B wins every time. The most educated salesperson about their industry, about the prospect company, and about the prospect themselves is usually the winner. And in that case of a race to $1 million, I'm going to bet all my money on salesperson B, the educated salesperson. So the strategy that I want to share with you today that is better than cold calling is what I call warm calling. Okay? So it's very similar. The difference is salesperson A that I just shared with you is doing true cold calling. They have little or no information about the prospect, and they're just hoping to get lucky. Salesperson B is very educated and has all kinds of information about the prospect. What I call sales intelligence, has gathered sales intelligence about the prospect, okay, and is then doing their outreach, okay? So the difference is prospect A is cold calling, prospect B, or salesperson A is cold calling, salesperson B is what I call warm calling, because they have taken the time to gather sales intelligence about the prospect, about the industry, about exactly what they're trying to accomplish, right? So they've gathered this sales intelligence. Now, let me explain to you what sales intelligence is briefly. Sales intelligence, the simplest format that I can give you is any data that you can collect that enhances your opportunity to get a sale. Let me say that again. So it's any data on your prospect or the prospect's company that you can gather that will give you an enhanced opportunity to get the sale. So some of the data that I just shared with you before, some of my favorite places to go and gather data include, and they're free, is LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn, as you guys know, is one of my favorite tools. I've leveraged LinkedIn to generate well over $20 million for my brokerage, recurring annual revenue for my brokerage before I sold it. And LinkedIn is one of my favorite places to go. You can find if you have a prospect, if you have a company name like ABC Widgets, you can go on there, search for ABC Widgets. You can find their page, learn some information about the company, but more importantly, you can learn who the shipping manager or logistics manager or transportation manager is in many cases. So having the name of the person, knowing some of their background, like their work history or their educational history, knowing things that they post on social media, on LinkedIn, or things that they like or engage with, knowing groups that they belong to, knowing their geography, where they live or where they lived in the past. Those are all great pieces of sales intelligence that can convert a cold call into a warm call. Okay, so I want you to understand there's a big difference between going in blind and going in with your eyes wide open, understanding the information that I shared with you. So for example, LinkedIn, you can gather work history, educational history, content they've liked, influencers they follow, groups they belong to, their geography, right? You can also, one of my other favorite places to go is go to Google, right? Google's free, absolutely free. You can gather recent news on their industry, recent news about the company, new hires, anything available online, anything that's newsworthy, any sort of update is going to be available on Google. Google knows it all, right? Good, bad, or indifferent. You can also, another free resource is go to the prospect's website. So if you're looking for ABC Widgets, you search on Google for ABC Widgets, you find their website, you make sure it's the right company. You then look at their website, you learn some of a little bit about their origin story. You learn some recent press releases. Maybe they were featured in some media recently. Maybe they've done again some PR. Maybe you can go in and check out and see who the CEO is, or upper level management. Who's the CEO? Who's the COO? Who are the investors? Have they done any recent acquisitions? I mean, there's tons of sales intelligence that you can gather through the website. So those are examples of free tools that you can use to gather sales intelligence and then use that as a part of your sales process. So the difference being, let's just imagine sales call from salesperson A versus salesperson B. Salesperson A knows nothing and has to ask a whole bunch of dumb preliminary questions just to get started. And it's very difficult to build rapport. Salesperson B has all this education in their back pocket. They've loaded the gun. They've got all kinds of bullets that they can fire as a part of this cold outreach. And so all they're doing is significantly increasing the odds of success. That's why I said, in my personal opinion, warm calling over cold calling will give you a 5x result, because you are going to be number one, more relevant, meaning you're speaking their language. You understand and are educated about their company, their products, and the individual prospect themselves. Number two, you're going to build rapport faster because of that relevance. Okay. So those are that's really what I want to share with you today. It's really not an overly complex process. It's really not that difficult. It's a very simple system of gathering sales intelligence before you make your call. And again, I'll bet anybody in the audience, anybody on YouTube, anybody that ever watches this video, this training, I'll bet you $1 million to your $10 that if you just took a list of phone numbers and a company names and you dialed those, and I gathered sales intelligence on those exact same prospects, I'm going to crush you on the way to $1 million. No questions asked. And I'd be more than willing to write that check if I lost. But I know I would never lose, because I've seen it time and time and time again. When I started using sales intelligence in my business, when we started gathering sales intelligence, it made a huge difference. We took below average and average salespeople and turned them into highly producing salespeople, right? Highly producing brokers, because of the context, because of the relevance, and because of the ability to build rapport quickly. So that's what I want to share with you today. But before you go, listen up really quick. If you are struggling with sales, if you're looking for some help with sales, if you need to learn these types of strategies and systems to enhance your sales effort to help you grow a highly profitable freight broker, freight agent business, here's what I want you to do. I'm about to release very soon. I'm going to be releasing and opening up my Freight Broker Sales Accelerator. Now, this is my flagship program. This is the absolute best training I've put together. This is very specific for people that want an intensive sales training. This is where I take that piece of my brain about sales and freight broker sales and getting shippers, and I transplant it in your brain, and I do it in a 5-week coaching program. Now, we've limited spots for that. and we have not opened enrollment yet. But if you want to get on the list, okay, here's what you got to do. Just go to freightbrokerbootcamp.com/waitlist. Okay, freightbrokerbootcamp.com/waitlist. It's free to get on the list. The training is not free. You'll learn all the details about that. We're going to be launching that hopefully here in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Okay. I'm trying to get that nailed down, but we're going to be launching that very soon. The only way you'll get a chance to be a part of the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator is if you are on the wait list. Last time I sold out 100 spots in just a couple of days. Okay. So we've got a lot of people on that wait list. Get on the wait list. Everybody has an equal chance. I'll send out the notification that we're open for enrollment. And the first 100 people to get enrolled, or they're going to be the part of that cohort that I'm going to personally coach and teach my top freight broker sales strategies, tactics, tools, and systems. So this is just a very small part what you heard today on how that would work. If you're not ready for the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator, then just check out freightbrokerbootcamp.com. If you're looking to just get started as a freight broker and you're literally in startup phase, check out freightbrokerbootcamp.com. We've trained over 10,000 students. We offer a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee, no questions asked, okay, unconditional. So you can check that out. Again, I've personally done over $200 million as a freight broker. I've trained over 10,000 students, and we've been in business for over a decade. So you definitely can trust us. Check out some of the reviews. You won't be disappointed. And again, we offer a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Thank you, everybody, for checking this out today. Make sure you like, comment, and most of all, subscribe on YouTube, and we'll see you next week.